Hi, this is Eddie Hearn and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out, I'm Faisal Khan and we're here at the Shamrock Boxing Club and I'm delighted to be joined by Mike Stephenson. Mike, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Just working hard, back in the gym, so preparing for my fight. So that's
March 16th at the Corner Exchange, right?
Yes, that's it, March 16th. So.
And how's preparation been going for the fight and how's training camp going for the fight?
Good, so just getting my weight down, sparring's good, getting good sparring, good pad work, strength conditioning is on point, nutrition on point, so it's working good.
Yeah. Bit of a big year for yourself last year. You know, you fought 3 times, won twice and lost once, you know. Early stage of your career, but you bounced back with a good performance at the Corner Exchange. Let's talk a bit about the defeat. You know, what is it that you think you've learned from that defeat and what you're going to do different next time?
I learned a lot, to be fair. I learned it's hard coming back from a defeat. When I fought Casey, it was quite tough and durable guy, hasn't been stopped that much, so I just needed that 4 rounds. I've learned a lot how to prepare myself for the fight, what to do on fight day, so I learned a lot.
Yeah, and then like as I just mentioned, you know, you bounced back with a win at the Corner Exchange last year. You know, how much belief has that put back into your professional career, and going forward, what do you think that's going to do for you?
I knew I've always had it. It's just a fact of at that night, the guy Danny was a better man, and he beat me fair and square. So, but I learned a lot about myself. I got in a dark place which I didn't really want to go in again. I never lost as an amateur, so it was my first defeat and I took it quite bad, but bounced back, got the win, and now we're progressing to go to the top. So,
talk to me about 2019. Have you had a chance to speak to Mervyn and obviously your sponsors? What's the plans for 2019? What is it that you've got your sights set on?
Yeah, so literally just get fight in March, April, then in June, get the last 4 rounders in, then 2 or 3 fights between for September and December, get 6 rounders, 8 rounders, then early next year start challenging for those titles.
Yeah, and of course the first stage is the Southern area, which is, I know, it's a prestige belt, you know, regardless of what people think of it. It's more or less the first title that you'll go for in the professional game. Then obviously it's off to the English, then the British, then the European, and of course then you can look at world elite level. You're fighting at the Corner Exchange, but obviously we know Connor, who's also one of these fighters at this stable, fought at York Hall. You know, how much would you like it to be at a venue like York Hall, and at what stage of your career are you expecting to be at these venues such as York Hall?
I spoke to Merv, so it'll be this year. Like I said, everything's timing. So everything's timing. When he thinks I'm ready, or when I think I'm ready, I'll fight at York Hall. I'll fight those guys in London or those top boys in London. So
let's talk a bit about the super middleweight division. A title changed hands just before Christmas. Canelo stopped Rocky Fielding. We spoke a bit about it on and off the camera. Looking back at that performance, what did you think of Rocky Fielding on the night, and how much credit have you got to give to Canelo, because he just, you know, added another belt to his list, and he's really has, you know, he's sprung up over the last 18 months, 2 years in boxing.
Yeah, with Canelo, he's just another level, ain't he? Rocky, give him his dues, went in there, he was the world champion, went in there, but there's levels in boxing and Canelo was on another level, so I'll give him his credit, but Canelo's a different class, ain't he?
If you look back at that performance, now a former world champion, do you think maybe the stage was too big for Rocky Fielding, and do you think it was just a level above, looking back at it now?
No, there's levels. There's always levels in boxing. Canelo is elite. Rocky Fielding is an elite fighter, but he's not on Canelo's level. But we'll see Canelo. For me, I think Triple G is better than him. I think Callum Smith gives him a good fight. But I think Rocky Fielding, like I said, the moment when he got to him, Madison Square Garden, he's never been in that situation before. Now he's sorted for life. He don't really have to box again. But I'll give him his dues. Good fighter. He's achieved everything now, so where can he go from there?
Battle of Britain in a few weeks at the O2 Arena. Chris Eubank Jr. versus James DeGale. You know, both fighters are at a stage now where they can't afford a loss, especially in a big fight like this. You know, looking at this fight, you know, who's your favourite for the fight, and what type of fight do you think we're going to get on the night? Do you think we're going to get, you know, an old style boxing fight, or do you think, judging how Chris Eubank Jr. has fought in his big fights, such as against Billy Joe Saunders and George Groves, do you think, Chris Eubank Jr. is going to look for a scrap?
Now, I think Chris Eubank is an amazing fighter, durable. He's got power, he's got speed, but I think DeGale just outboxes him. Be the same as Groves, really. When he fought, he just pick him off. Like I said, there's always levels in boxing, and I think that every time Eubank's gone to that level, he's always failed. Billy Joe, he failed against Groves miserably. I think DeGale's on that level. He's still a world-class fighter. He's a former world champion, so you have to give him his dues. 2-time former world champion. So
when you look back at it, Chris Eubank Jr., a lot of people, sort of like, slate him for not listening to his trainer. Do you think that's the one problem Chris Eubank Jr.'s got, is that he thinks not listening to his trainer and he thinks he knows better? Do you think that's why he's not got past that level of the likes of Billy Joe Saunders and George Groves?
No, like I said, if your dad's Chris Eubank and you've had everything given to you as a plate, you're not listening to no one. Your dad was the same, you're going to be the same. You've been brought up in that environment. But I think he wants to win an actual world title. He won the IBO, it wasn't really a world title. You can't say it's a world title. But I think he believes he has the ability to win a world title. I think he's too small for a super middleweight. I think if he wants to win a world title, he has to go back to middleweight. But just levels, always levels in boxing. So,
give us a final prediction for that fight at the O2 Arena, DeGale, Eubank Jr.
I think DeGale win on points, 12-round points. Just outbox him. It was just pick him off. Later round it goes. Eubank will go in deep waters, and DeGale will just pick him off. So he'll win by unanimous decision.
Mike, thank you very much for your time. Good luck for your fight in a few weeks. We'll be there. Hopefully you put on a show for us all.
Yeah.
And 100% we will be, and we look forward to speaking to you at your fight. Mike Stephenson, thank you for talking to Lights Out.
Thank you very much. To see you soon.